Yes.
But as one of the things that you are, hopefully we're going to slide into in discussion is, that's right. But different word we're going to talk about is,
that's what she said.
People don't know how to self-soothe and interact and problem solve in their own. And I mean, just 2 days ago, Juliet's like, hey, you all need an accountant because it's a neutral third party. You need to solve this money problem. And it seems that we're having an interrelational problem as much. Like it's like the things that made us human, from not like, hey, we're going to eat paleo nests, hornet's nest soup, but the very foundational practices are being watered down, and it puts a lot of strain on people where we're feeling really isolated and cut apart and don't know how to be intimate or have meaningful relationships.
Yeah. And I'll say that years ago, I went to some presentation where a guy put up a slide that had a lot of impact on me because it was basically like, what are the factors that help you live a long life? And like far and away above any health metric was loving relationships and community around you. Like those things, like literally it was like those far outweighed
plus butter in your coffee.
Yeah. I mean, like,
yes.
And so that's always had
Apple
a big impact
vinegar.
on me where I'm like, oh, okay, you want to have like healthy, loving relationships. And then the other things are like a bonus.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And not a lot of people pay attention to that or pay enough attention to the quality of their relationships, even though we know that that's one of the biggest determinants of health and longevity. And just generally it's one of the biggest parts of your life. So yeah.
And we alluded to the whole COVID thing. And I think a study that I saw come out of that was of every day of loneliness, true loneliness physiologically was worse than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Like just the negative physiological effects.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that isolation.
Well, everybody's, all jacked up and excited about the blue zones where people live forever.
Olive oil and everything.
Yeah. And I haven't spent as much time looking into it, but what I do know is community and connection are huge in those places. And so it would be interesting to know, is it their specific health practices or is it community and connection? Like what actually is it that is making those zones blue zones? But community and connection has got to be a big part of it.
We're just in Europe teaching, and we were in Munich, and we always love going to the beer gardens, Biergarten. And one of the things that we notice is we walk through 1,000 people sitting down eating chickens and salads and, like fresh baked bread and beer. Like that's,
I do have a German style ale. Kolsch.
Noted.
There we go.
I don't know if Kolsch is German, but it could be. And
sounds German at least.
It sounds German. And not a single phone is out. There's not even a phone on the table. Like, so what's going on? These people are on Instagram right now. Like they could be live tweeting this beer and they're live tweeting